we went through the beginning of the all six common attributes. And, basically, let me see the share screen. Okay. Okay. So, uh, yeah. So basically, there is it is it appears to be so simple thing like six common attribute. What a big deal. But I think, and you guys put me to work too also, because I knew, but then I had to go and research all the things and go through detail and everything. And in fact, I'm learning a lot more. Thank you to all of you, because of you, I can do all the things. Otherwise, I'll be remain stagnant also in my knowledge. Anyway, so what we are going to do quickly, we'll just go through that Astitva Gun we did last time. We're not going to spend much time. That this is universe, the substances of the universe. Then infinite common attributes are there, infinite specific attributes are there. Out of all the infinite common attributes, we take the six common attribute that if we understand them properly, then even without knowing anything into the spirituality, we can progress ourselves just by understanding even one of them appropriately. And that's why it becomes kind of a stepping stone for all of us as a beginner, that you know if one simple thing like eternal existence attribute, if I know it, I can progress, I can get some regression, I can go to the further Gunsthanak, and I can go to 13th and 14th Gunsthanak too, just by understanding one common attribute, eternal existence. And so, if I know one attribute out of whole gamut of Jainism, one teeny tiny small little thing, if I understand and I put into my action, I can make myself. And so, if one small little thing can help me out, we can imagine, we can put it onto the graph. What will happen if I know a lot more? And so that's our whole mental exercise over here, to know detail and then to progress further. So here we have the eternal existence. It says substance cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. Remember, science also has proven today at this time that the matter cannot be created, matter cannot be destroyed. It changes the shape, it changes it changes the form. So when science has proven for one substance, Jainism says we know this thing true in all six substances. It's true in a human being. I mean, it's true in the living being, soul. It's present in matter. Dharmastika, Akash and Kal. Every substance is, they're never been created, never been destroyed. So going on that, and then we just went through the stanza, which we will not go right now. This one also will go through that every substance is eternal. Things cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. With that thing, if I know that I cannot be killed, means me as a soul cannot be destroyed, then all the worldly fear that I'm moving with disappears. Think about it. Let's presume that I'm being said that I have a terminal illness. So how do I have to react? Well, it's a terminal illness is occurring to the body, and body, I have association with the body. I don't have to worry about it. Me as a soul remains strong. Me as a soul is totally separate. I'm not going to die. It's my soul and body's association will become dissociated. If I can take home message, understand that one alone, then my fear kind of reduces and almost goes away. So what is my continuous fear? I may become poor. Maybe in the next life I may be going into some horrible life. Maybe I may get disease and everything. But all those fears, they can go away. So I don't have to worry about it once I understand eternal attribute substance properly. There is not a creator God or maintainer God or destroyer God. just like Hindus believe that there is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. There are three gods. They create, maintain, and destroy the world. Well, there is nothing like that, because nothing was created, nothing will be destroyed. Same thing, karma. So when we talk about Hindu philosophy, that they believe in this creator God, protector God, and destroyer God, we Jains are also stuck on karma. Instead of for God, we just blame everything to karma. Well, because of my karma, I cannot do this. Because of my karma, I cannot do this. Because of my karma, I'm poor. So we keep on blaming to the karma. But karma being pudgal, karma being matter, cannot do anything to me. It's my own doing. So I just have to take that karma out of my mind. Yes, they are present. They have association with me. They do come in fruition with me. They create a situation for me. But how to react in that situation is in my own hand. So if I simply understand this part, then I don't worry too much about it. 1 second, maybe I'm on conference call. I'll call you back in about 9 o'clock. Okay, thanks. Okay. So my karma dependency go away. See, other day I heard somebody saying that they are going to perform the puja for Antray Karma Puja. What is Antray Karma Puja? Means obstructive karma puja. So this is my understanding. I could be wrong, but my understanding is that so some karma are creating obstruction in my pathway. So I'll do the puja so that they don't give me, they don't create problem for me. Come on, guys. Karma is a pudgal matter, totally entire different substance. How can I do something to remove them away from me? No, I cannot do that to them. So I had to keep thinking in a positive direction that way. Then karta karma relationship, bhokta bhoktrutva relationship means doer deed and enjoyer enjoyment ideas are gone, because of you I'm getting something done. Because of you I get enjoyment. Because of my computer I enjoy. Because of my house I enjoy. Because of my money I enjoy. Because I don't have money I don't enjoy. Because I am diseased I don't enjoy. So all those relationships are gone because I believe in an eternal existence attribute. Same thing, so someone can create, manage, and destroy. I can create, manage, and destroy someone. Naturally, that is gone. Same thing, if somebody can create, manage, and destroy me, that belief is also gone. And this gives explanation for origination, cessation, and constancy relationship. Why? See, this is a very important point we have to understand. Last time we did not discuss that in a detail about it. But Utpat Vyay Dhruv, that is this eternal existence attribute explained to me that relationship. Why? Because in the Tattvat Sutra, there is one sentence. It says, Utpat Vyay Dhruv Yuktam Sat. And Sat Dravya Lakshanam. We'll repeat. Utpat Vyay Dhruv Yuktam Sat. And Sat Dravya Lakshanam. So what it says, that origination, cessation, and constancy, they are the real nature. They are the reality. Now, when they are the reality, Utpat and Vyay means origin and cessation is a transient reality. And constancy is a permanent reality, permanent existence. So my mode occurring in one samay, one moment, my mode occurring, that's a reality for that transient time. It's an absolute reality, fact. And I'm here since time infinite, that's a constancy, that's a permanent reality. So those are the things, they're independent and they don't depend on anything. So when I believe in my own paryay, my own mode, which originates and destroys by itself, At the same time, my own soul remains constant. So, can you change my mode? No, because it's a it's a independent of its own. Nobody can create my paryai. Nobody can destroy my paryai. Nobody can change my paryai. I cannot bring my paryai in the from its own course ahead or after. For example, my death is coming. Can I bring that paryai quickly and finish it up right now? No, I can't do it. My death is coming. Can I postpone that paryai and I can live for a longer time? No, it cannot happen. So paryai comes of its own time. It's predetermined and it comes in its own form. I cannot make it happen early or late. And all those things happens when I understand this eternal existence attribute. This is a very important point. Yes.
What is Tatsamayanu Yogyata and how is it different from Paryai?
Number one, paryai is occurring at its own given time. There is a. It says that each and every paryai has its own birth time. Janmakshan. Every paryai has its own birth time prefixed. So when let's say the 10 paryas are there. So each one, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, they come exactly in that order, exactly at that given time. And whenever it happens because of Tat Samayani Paryayani Yogyata, means that mode has eligibility to occur at that given time, and that's why it did occur. That's called Tat Samayani Paryayani Yogyata, means it is a given mode comes only at a given point only. That's it. Nobody can bring it ahead. Nobody can bring it after. So that is a Tatsamayani Paryayani Yogyata. And that is independent also. Independent in the sense it has no relationship to anybody else. There could be any form of karma coming in the existence and all the thing, but that particular paryai, when it's coming, it's coming. For example, let's say Maharaja Sai Bhagwan obtained Keval Gnan at age 42. Now, his ultimate aim was to go to Nirvana, right? He wanted to become Siddha. Why did he wait for 30 years when he's Sarvagna, means he's all-knower, all-perceiver, and then he has everything, he has a absolute potentiality in everything. Why did he continue to live for next 30 years and did not go to moksha right at age 42? Because his paryai yogyata, his mode's eligibility, it came only at age 72. Even Lord Bhagwan was not able to change those things. Second example, Rishabdev Bhagwan, when he said to Bharat, his son, that when Bharat asked the question that Bhagwan, in your Samasaran, is there anybody who is going to become Tirthankar in the future? And Rishabdev said, yes, Bharat, your son Marichi, who is outside, he's on the wrong path right now, that he will be the 24th Tirthankar. Now, Rishabdev Bhagwan is Keval Gnani. He knows that his grandson is going to become Tirthankar, who is on the wrong path right now. Can he go and change him? No, Marichi remained as Marichi. They said that between Marichi and Mahavir, you know how many lives he did? He did 56 Abaj, 56 means probably 56 billion years between those two lives, Marichi and Mahavir. So many lives that he has to go through, you know. And Rishabdev was not able to change those things at all. So this says Tat Samayani Paryayani Yogyata. Whatever is going to happen in that particular mode at that particular time is going to happen. Remember, I'm in a mithya drashti right now. Now, if I'm in a mithya drashti right now, my paryay is, next paryay is mithya drashti, third paryay is mithya drashti, fourth paryay is mithya drashti, and fifth one suddenly became samyak darshan paryay. How did it happen? Just from mithya darshan, did I jump into some samyak darshan? No. Samyak darshan paryay was coming at that given moment, and that's why it did occur. So that's what is Tatsamaya Pariyaya Yogita, and that the theory of origination, cessation, constancy has relationship there, and that's a very good point to understand. I mean, if we can have the basis to understand this kind of points, I think we are far ahead. And remember, this is not only mental exercise we are doing, because I know I can't do anything to anybody. Forget about that part. But if I know that you can't do anything to me, do I depend on you? That there is one story. When I was small, when I was in a grade school, there was a story, and I mean, it's a simple story, but it was very effective story. That there's one small one bird is there in the field, and the bird put the eggs, and the little chicks came out and all the things, and those little birdies, the little birdie kids, they heard the farmer saying that now it's time to all the grains are ready to plow whole things, and we have to collect all the grains and everything. So I'll call everybody from the village, and they'll come and help us out, and we'll take care of it. So these birds are birds had a nest in that field. So those little kids, they told the mama bird that they are going to fly, they are going to take care of this field tomorrow, and our home will be destroyed. And the mother bird says, "Don't worry, they are not. If you depend on somebody else, work is never getting done." So the farmer kept on calling those people that, "Please help me out, help me." Nobody came, and so one day farmer says, "You know what? If I don't take these grains out, they are going to get rotten, so I'll have to do my own work tomorrow morning." As soon as he said that, the mama bird says, "Kids, it's time to fly away, because now he's going to do work." Remember, it is a simple little story, but it says that that the work is getting done by you only. Nobody's going to help you out. Yes, somebody could be positive nimit or negative nimit, but so what? That's what the life is, I mean, yes, somebody really helped me out, then I'll just say thank you to him, but I'll know that everything happened because of my effort. I mean, Ankit going to medical school, is it because of the mother helping him out? Yeah, mother did her own job. Mother did her own act. But if Ankit didn't want to go to medical school, how he will be making it? So going to medical school was all Ankit's effort and everything, and mother was nimit in that. But what does nimit do? Nimit doesn't do anything. But in my act, in Ankit's act of going to medical school, becoming doctor, mother was nimit, and because of a positive thing, that you will give respect to that nimit. But within your mind, you know it, that everything happened because of yourself only. That does not mean that you are not going to give respect to the mother. You are going to give respect. But at the same time, mother also knows it happened because of Ankit. Ankit also knows because it happened because of me only. But still, there is a limit to give me some guidance. So I'm just going to say thank you. If I'm on a gas station right now and I want to ask for directions, and the guy says, "Yeah, you go to 2 traffic lights, and 3rd traffic light you take a right turn, and then take a left turn on the first left turn, and that's your destination." What do I say to the guy right away? I just say thank you. Even I'm going to do myself, but he showed me the pathway, so I just say thank you. Same way, the omniscient Lord, the enlightened monks, enlightened Guru, they show me the pathway. I'm going to walk my own way. The Guru is not going to help me out except for showing the pathway. But the first Guru showed me the pathway. So I'm going to say, "Hey, Guru, thank you." And so that thank you will be expressed in whatever form that we are going to express our gratitude towards the Guru and holy scriptures and omniscient Lord. So, having said so much on that one, so there are all four expositions can prove the eternal existence attribute. Number of eternal existence attributes are same as a number of substance in the universe. That's not. It's a small point to worry about. Nothing to worry too much. Let's see. What else is going on here? So okay. Someone created me is wrong belief. Someone has protects me wrong belief. Someone can destroy me the wrong belief. So all these things, this kind of a problems that I'm facing, they just go away. You know, my karta buddhi and bhokta buddhi, they really go away, and ultimately it leads me to right faith. Simple little thing leads me to right faith. So that's a eternal existence attribute. 7 pures we already talked last time. We are not going to go in detail about it. I'm a human being. When did I believe in eternal existence attribute, and when did I not believe in it? So we have to try to find it out now. That when each time each attribute we are going to take, we are going to say, when did I believe in it? When did I not believe in it? So let's see what it says over here. Okay. Let me take this one out. Okay, yeah.
Uncle, we went through this slide.
We did. Okay, so then we are not going to put too much time on it. Okay, let's go next one. Okay, and we also talked to this one that I'm human being, how to prove the eternal existence attribute in each one. So that's good. Enlightened soul, my existence is due to my own substance, attribute, and modes. Ignorant soul says my existence is dependent on the alien things. For padarthi maru existence, that kind of belief is a Agnani soul's belief. Okay. We also went through this time, existence of alien things, existence of the altered modes, existence of incomplete and complete pure modes, eternal souls, substance is existence. So the 4 different types of existences that I as a human being go through. There is an existence of the alien substances, means a poor padarth associated with me. My shirt, my body, my house, my car, that kind of my dependency on the eternal existence of the alien things. Next thing, existence.
I think we left off at the second attribute. That's where we were.
Okay, so we would like to go to that. Causal efficiency, vastutva. Vastutva means what? Let's see. Vastutva means each and every substance performs its own purposeful activity. What does that mean? First thing, this is so I think we did sing this part. Okay, so vastutva means every substance has their own purposeful activity. Soul has its own purposeful activity, and so is a matter has its own purposeful activity, and so is dharmastika, adharmastika, space and time. They have their own specific action that they do. My specific action as a soul is to do the knowledge, to know and to know and to know. That is the entire purposeful activity is knowledge. The matter will have a purposeful activity of its own attribute of touch, taste, smell, seeing, hearing, like that. So those are the attributes of the matter. Dharmastika, the specific attribute of dharmastika is it becomes a nimit for a substance which has capacity to move. Remember, that's very important definition to understand. Dharmastika, it becomes nimit, it becomes an auxiliary cause for a substance which has a capacity to move. What does it mean? Means I am moving of my own. Me as a soul moves of its own. Me, the body associated with my soul, body is a matter, matter also has capacity to move. So when I move my finger from up to down, my finger and the remaining, there's a soul space point remaining in the finger, they both have capacity to move, so they moved by themselves, and Dharmastika provided nimit for that. Adharmastika, exactly opposite. The Adharmastika means the medium of rest becomes nimit for a movable substance to stop. My finger stopped. So the stopping of my finger, it did happen because of my finger's matter particles and the soul substance remaining there. And at the time, medium of rest provided vehicle. Medium of rest provided nimit for them. Space, what happens? My finger, my hand, my fist is occupying so much space right now. So the space, Akash, becomes nimit to provide me the space. My finger, my fist, it requires so much space point. When my hand is open, it needs so much space point, and at that time, space provides nimit for that. Same is the time. Time provides nimit for a mode to change from a given mode to second mode. So they have their own specific action, and nobody can interfere in those actions. So causal efficiency is a common attribute of any universal substance. Substance performs its own activities. And for example, there are 6 family members in a unit. Mother will do her own job. Father will do his own job. Brothers, sisters, they will perform their own job. So everybody performs their own job. So the same way, 6 universal substances, they perform their own activity to have the universe continuously going. For example, eyes perform vision, ear performs hearing, nose performs smelling. The eyes cannot hear, nose cannot see, and so those are things. So a dravya is also called vastu. Dravya is called vastu because of presence of vastutva attribute within. So Prayojan Bhut Kriya. So Prayojan Bhut Kriya, we already talked about all those things. What are the Prayojan Bhut Kriya? Means what are my specific activities that, what are the specific things that each substance perform by themselves. And so knowledge, I had a knowledge, and the knowledge are of 8 types, Matignan, Suddhignan, Avdignan, Manoparignan, Kevalgnan, Kumatignan, Kusrudgnan, Kuavdignan. So there are 8 types of knowledge, but again, knowledge is my attribute. Then we just divide into different parts. Conduct attribute that is there within me, that conduct attribute could be there in the pure form or impure form. The conduct attribute in impure form is called Mithya Charitra. Conduct in a pure form is called Samyak Charitra. Faith attribute, it can be wrong faith or right faith. Remember, these are the activities happening in me only. It means the knowledge, conduct, faith attribute, they occur in a soul. Now, smell attribute, for example, occurs in a Pudgal. 2 types. Bad odor and good smell, sweet smell. Color, there are 5 types of color. Taste, 8 types of taste. These are the 3 attributes that we describe over here. They are meant for Pudgal. Same here. Avgan Hetutva means pure modification of the modification of giving accommodation. Avgan Hetutva means instrumental cause in providing accommodation. So this is for the Akash substance, So that's what we talked about. Vastutva. Every substance performs its own purposeful activity. It happens every samay. Remember, this Vastutva gun performing its own activity keeps on happening every samay only. So it's not that a soul will just say, well, I'll do the knowledge right now, and then I'm going to go to sleep and I'm not going to do knowledge. Even in my sleep, the knowledge activity keeps on going on. Conduct attribute continues to do its own activity. Faith attributes continue to do its own activities and everything. So not a single time that you will have the soul or any substance without any activity.
Uncle,
Yes.
can we go back one slide, please?
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to explore this further. When we say that smell has two types,
Yeah.
how does that reconcile with the idea that we have so many different sense, or like a dog has so many different senses of smell, or that there are 7 colors? Are those different variations then just composites of those 2 and 5 basic types?
Well, the smell attribute has two types. It will be just generalized. Odor is a bad and a sweet smell. Now, within the positive smell, good smell, you can have the intensity, that intense activity of smell, or medium activity, or dull activity. For example, my wife will smell the smoke maybe 5 miles away, and there's a smoke flavor going on in the house because she put papad in the oven, and I won't even smell that kind of thing, for example. So that smell intensity could be different, but they are basically divided into two types, but then they can be subdivided into several different types.
So within each attribute, there's another sort of a measure of intensity. For example, like faith attribute, you can have an intense wrong faith and an intense right faith. Is that true?
Yeah, but remember, faith attribute is faith attribute.
That's
But it is the action occurring in the faith attribute can have a different forms. Like with faith attribute, there are only two attributes. Either you have a wrong faith or your right faith. There's nothing in between. In the wrong faith, yes, you can say, yes, I have an intense wrong faith, and you have a less intense wrong faith. But again, wrong faith is wrong faith. So Samyak Darshan and Mithya Darshan, there are only two things. Once you have right faith, then the Siddha Bhagavan also has a right faith, and you on a 4th Gunsthanak also has right faith. You both have exact same faith. Wrong faith can have an intensity, intense mithyatva, milder form of mithyatva, medium form of mithyatva. That can be there. But right faith is one thing. Only right faith means what? I am separate from the body, and once that faith occurs, that's a Samyak Darshan, and that faith remains forever in Siddha Dasa and everything. So
Okay.
faith attributes are only two types. Everything else can be many different types.
Yes.
So, for example, also in the wrong faith, let's say that am I in the wrong faith stage right now? Yes, but then what was I 5 years back, 10 years back, 15 years back? I had an intense wrong faith. Now what I am, I was going in the wrong direction, the wrong faith, all the so speed way I was going that I did not understand where I was going. But now that I realize who I am, I'm in the wrong faith, I would like to turn around. So I took a U-turn. Now I'm moving towards the right faith. So what's his name? Pandit Todarmalji. He wrote down Mokshamarg Prakashak. In the 7th chapter, he wrote down very important part of very important piece of paragraph, and it says that the Samyak Sanmukh Mithya Drashti means the wrong faith person whose face is towards the Samyak Darshan right now, who is walking towards Samyak Darshan. So I have a milder passion. I want to detach from this worldly affair. I want to obtain nirvana. I have compassion for the different, from the 1 sense lives all the way to 5 sense life and all the things. So those are the characteristics of the person who is in the Mithya Darshan, but who is traveling towards Samyak Darshan, So that will be difference in the Mithya Darshan. All Mithya Darshan are not same. But there is somebody has an intense Mithya Darshan, somebody is milder, somebody is already moving towards the right faith.
And Uncle, there's one more Pudgal attribute, touch. How many types of
Yeah, That there are, I think, there are 8 types of touches are there, you know.
Okay.
That 8 types of, and each one also has, you know, subdivisions and everything. So, like, you know, snigdha touch and ruksha touch means rough touch, and I mean, not rough touch, the slimy touch, and the touch like a glue, it'll stick to each other like that, and something like that. So that different types are there. But again, remember, those are the Pudgal's attribute. I mean, why will I worry about it? But it's good to know. It's good to know. So, you know, I mean, there are, we can just find it out, and I'll send the references out to you for those touch, taste, smell, and everything, all the attributes. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go next one. So causal efficiency, what does I learn out of it? Well, it just says every substance does its own purposeful activity. Yes, we know that part. Every substance, every substance, it means all 6 universal substances, they do their own activity. Now, every attribute, how many attributes I have it? Infinite attribute within me. Each attribute performs its own purposeful activity. Knowledge attribute will do all the knowledge related activity, case closed. Faith attribute will do faith related activities, whether it's a right faith or wrong faith, but it does not do any other thing besides the faith related activity. Conduct attribute will do its own specific attribute of conduct related activity, nothing else, you know. So those are, so even in my own soul, every attribute is also independent, will do its own activity. So now, for example, every attribute at a given time is producing one paryay, right? One mode is created from each and every attribute. How many attributes do I have it? Infinite attributes. Infinite attributes means infinite modes occurring in one samay. In one given moment, infinite attributes come together and come in a form of one mode. So in one mode, if I dissect, which I'm not able to dissect, but let's presume that theoretically, if I can dissect each and every mode, then there's going to be infinite amount of small particles of that mode can be found out. And that infinite small particles in each mode can be named as a avibhag pratiched, means the smallest possible indivisible part of a mode present in a given mode. Smallest possible particle present. Particle is not the right word. Yes, I'm sorry. Hello? Yeah. So smallest possible part of a given mode is called avibhag pratiched. Avibhag means indivisible, means you cannot divide, and pratiched means a smallest part. So, for example, while we are on this subject of the avibhag pratiched, we'll go one more step further. First thing, how many, we went through this exercise before, how many infinite, souls are infinite in nature? That's number one, infinite. Second, infinite is infinite times infinite is Pudgal particles in this universe. Third, infinite is infinite times infinite is a three, the modes, the times from past, present, and future with samay. Fourth one is a space points of a space. Akash na pradesh. Alokakash, when we take the smallest unit of them, that's a fourth part of the infinite, and the fifth part of infinite will be coming as my attributes within me. So how many attributes I have? Infinite times infinite times infinite times infinite times infinite. That many attributes I have within me. Not only within me, every universal substance has that many attributes. And that many attributes I have, and what do I run around? my God, please help me out. I need to have, if my stock market, if this stock goes up, I'll be very happy. Are you nuts to think that small little thing which is not yours and you believe that you are happy with that? Just because I have a brand new car, I'm very happy. Why will I depend my happiness on outside material thing when I have that much amount of attribute within me? Okay, next one. Because this attribute, infinite times, all those attributes, they are going to have modes. So how many modes are there? This is six infinite times. Now, when I take the seventh infinite, means infinite raised to 7, then that is the one given mode has that many indivisible units sitting within it. So think about it, that one small little pariah occurring in a one given time and disintegrated within one small time, for one unit of a time. What is the strength of it? In extremely high sensitivity thing. And if that mode has that much strength, think about how much strength I have as a universe, as a substance, soul substance. So that gives me grandeur of my soul, that my God, my nature is a huge, infinite. I don't have to depend on anything else. Yes.
Uncle, can you just repeat that last infinity? Where does the infinity, the seventh one, come in with? But when you're talking about pariyas?
Okay. Now that's what I'm coming to. For example, let's take a Siddha Bhagwani pariya. Okay. Siddha has one pariya, right?
Yes.
In that mode, in that given unit, what does Siddha can see? Siddha can see past, present, and future of all the universal substance, attributes, and modes, everything combined, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Kevalgran definition, right?
Mm. Yes.
Now, think about, this is a Siddha Bhagwan sitting in a one mode right now. In that mode, he's seeing whole universal substances, past, present, and future, right?
Yes.
Out of which, Siddha Bhagwan's one samay mode says that Kirit is doing barbar right now. He saw that part, right?
Yes.
In one simple mode of Siddha Bhagwan, he saw the whole universal activities, past, present, future, out of which present activity of mine alone that I'm speaking right now, that he also can see it, right? See means, see is a very kind of a puny word. It's a perceived, he perceives, right?
Yeah.
So that particular unit that he perceives about me is called one avibhag pratichet.
It is. Can I say that the definition of avibhag pratichet is to perceive a single pariyai in a par substance?
Single pariyai per substance out of all the universal past, present, future pariyais. Yes, you are right.
Okay.
So think about it, how big it is then. So Siddha Bhagwan is how many big pariyais, how many pariyai he'll be seeing in one pariyai. You follow what I mean?
Yes, mind-boggling.
Mind, that's what I mean. So the mind cannot even fathom all these things. We have so limited knowledge about infinity that we cannot even fathom. And these are all within me. When I understand that part, I can just, oh my God, I'm such a richest of the rich person on the earth. Why should I worry about, and in the universe, why should I worry about anything else? Why should I, a small little thing here and there, why do I worry about it too much? So my worry for small, trivial thing in the life should not be a big deal at all,
When Bhagwan looks externally, like you just described, does he simultaneously look at his own pariyais, or at that time he doesn't do that?
See, I knew that the question is coming. Very good. So at least, your thought process is going in the right direction. Now, remember, when Bhagwan is perceiving all these modes, past, present, and future of every substances, he doesn't put his upyog in that. He has no interest in all those things. There's a mirror.
Oh.
Mirror is showing the whole world's picture in the mirror. Mirror is showing New York, mirror is showing Toronto, mirror is showing Narak and Swarg and everything. How did mirror go to look for all the things, or they are just simply reflecting in the mirror? So all these things, as mirror doesn't do any effort to know all the things, mirror simply makes the image of the whole universe within. Same way, Bhagwan's Gnan Paryay is kind of mirror in which the whole universe is illuminating. He doesn't do anything about it. Same way, the same way the Bhagwan's the Gnan, the mirror of our knowledge, reflecting whole universe on this side, on the same thing that the soul substance of the Bhagwan is also getting reflected here in the mode. So in the mode, because of Swaprakasha, because of self-illumination, this mode will know the whole entire soul. At the same time, it can also see the whole entire universe within, without putting any efforts. So we cannot say that Bhagwan sees all the things. Bhagwan doesn't see. He has no eyes or anything. He perceives. But again, perceive is also not right thing. He has those things reflected within his knowledge more. That's all. And that's a very, very important point to understand, that the knowledge, in the knowledge mode, everything gets reflected. For example, there is a lake. It's a quiet lake. And it's a moonless night, and the sky is full of millions of stars, and all those millions of stars, they are reflected in this pond water. Now, you go in the water and find out all those stars. Would you find it out? No, because what it is, it's merely reflection of the stars into the pond water. So that's where we have to understand that similar way, in Bhagwan's knowledge, everything gets reflected, and that's all it is. So that way he knows everything.
Okay, Uncle, I have to ask you,
Yes.
how to describe the same process that's happening in us as Mithyatvi. What's going on? What are we doing?
Because the exact same process is happening within me, but what happens, number one, as Ankit put that point before, my Tatsamayni Paryayani Yogyata means this Paryay coming right now has only certain limitations within that Paryay. That is predestined, predetermined. And so number one, even though my knowledge mode, in my knowledge mode, things getting reflected, my knowledge mode is so weak that it's not able to perceive the whole universe. Thank God I'm not able to perceive whole universe, because what is happening, that I have a unity with the other substances. I believe that I can do something to other substances. I believe that I enjoy other substances. Ekatva, mamatva, kartutva, bhoktrutva. So as soon as I see something, I see my telephone right now. This is my telephone. Means I put mindness on it right away. And because I put my mindness, that's why I have to put extra effort to know this knowledge and everything. So my knowledge is having weak because Tatsamayni Paryayani Yogyata. And also as soon as the knowledge occurs, I put mindness on it. I show the unity with that thing. I do my doership with that thing. I put my enjoyment relationship with that. And because of that thing, that I have limited knowledge right now. And whatever knowledge I have it, because I put my ownership on it, and that's why it's called Mithyatva. If knowing the external substance is Mithyatva, for example, then Kevali Bhagwan will have a worse mithyatva. But what it is, he perceives, but he has no external attachment at all. He has a total dispassion. So he doesn't perceive. He perceives, but doesn't have any attachment. While I have a limited knowledge, and right away I put my ownership on it, and that's why it's a my mithyatva there. Does it make sense?
Yes.
And that's why, 12th Gunsthana, remember, on 12th Gunsthana is a dispassion, pure, perfect dispassion state. Means he has no rag, he has no dvesh, he is devoid of all the rag dvesh, totally, entirely on 12th Gunsthana. And once the dispassion occurs, only then the 13th Gunsthana comes, which is a Keval Gnan, which is the total knowledge of the self and universe. And I think we keep on saying knowledge of the universe, but that is not important point to consideration. Moksha kayo nija suddhata, and it means my own purity is a moksha. When I'm totally perceiving within my own pure nature 100%, that is called the moksha. To reflect outside worldly unit into my knowledge, it's merely associative thing that is not important. I know myself, that is the most important thing. That is called Keval. That's called Keval Gnan, you know. So that's why Keval Gnan has no dispassion, because prior to Keval Gnan there is dispassion state. That's why Kevali Bhagwan, omniscient Lord, does not have any attachment to the whole worldly unit, universal units, even though everything gets reflected in his pure nature of the knowledge, right? So he has expectation from self and disregard for the alien thing. Now that I know that I'm my own boss, that I'm disregarding the alien thing, means my attachment to the alien thing will become less and less and less, and that is most important thing that yes. A question there? Okay, no problem. Okay, let's try to go to the next one. Well, as I understand that causal efficiency means a vastutva is my own nature, then I will if I don't believe in the causal efficiency, I will not get right faith, you know. That means I will not get chance for liberation. And if I don't believe in vastutva gun, then I will believe doership and enjoyment relationship with the alien things, which ultimately will lead me to transmigration. Is there a question coming? No, okay, all right. And then once when I'm the transmigration, remember in transmigration also, whenever we say transmigration, it means ultimately it's a nigod that we have to think about it, you know. So why nigod? Transmigration means nigod. Why? That's a question, right? Because you'll see this sentence coming quite often. Transmigration means nigod, means when I'm in the when I'm in the wrong fate state. Remember, I'm human being right now, right? And I have capacity to move around. There are two types of lives. Sthavar means non-movable substances, non-movable living beings, and thrust means movable living beings. So one sense lives are all sthavar means non-movable lives, like trees, water bodies, air bodies, fire bodies, plant bodies, and all those things are non-movable, lower one sense life. And movable life are 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents. Those lives are they have capacity to move with their own desire. Now, I was in a nigod forever. Remember, I'm going to ask a question first. That we were, I was in nigod before, and Aryan Bhagwan has done some favor to me right now as a human being right now in this life. Aryan Bhagwan has a lots of he did lots of favor to me. What kind of favor he did to me? He showed me the right path. He gave the discourses. Gandhar Bhagwan created literature out of it, and enlightened monks and enlightened persons, they analyzed those scriptures, they explained to me, and as a result, I'm understanding all these things. So Bhagwan has done tremendous favor to me, or Aryan Bhagwan. But Siddha Bhagwan has done some favor to me. What favor he did to me? Tell me. What's a favor from Siddha Bhagwan to me? Everybody's on mute. Come on, get out of the mute and just tell me the answer.
એક સિદ્ધ ભગવાન મોક્ષે ગયા એટલે હું મારો જીવ નિગોદમાંથી બહાર નીકળ્યો.
And that is his favor, greatest favor of Siddha Bhagwan to me. Remember, I mean, you are absolutely right, Susmita, that what it is that when a given soul from this universe goes to moksha, means one human being going to moksha from here, that means one life from Nigod comes out and becomes one sense life. Becomes one sense in the sense, from the common one sense to specific one sense life they come into. And from one sense, they'll come to 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents, like that. They'll progress to they'll climb the ladder of a higher intelligent level. Now, from Nigod, means forever I'm in one sense life, and that one sense life is a common one sense life. Means in a one cell there are infinite amount of lives living together, and that is called Nigod. So for example, when we say underground root vegetables, that we should not eat because there are infinite amount of living beings in that one cell alone. And those kind of things I was living, and once Siddha Bhagwan went to moksha, that means I was able to get out of that nigod. And so that was the greatest favor that Siddha Bhagwan performed for me. So when I come out from the one sense life to 2 sense life, means from one sense, which is non-moving life, I'm coming out to 2 sense lives. That means I'm a moving life now. So if I become an end, I have progressed tremendously on the path of knowledge and everything. So when I'm becoming 2 to 5 sense lives, there is a fixed amount of time that I have it. And that is 2,000 Sagar years. 2,000 Sagar years. Sagar will describe a little later on, but Sagar is a huge amount of time. So 2,000 Sagar years, I'm in a thrust nadi, means I'm in a movable life. That means I'm 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5 sense animal, 5 sense living being life for 2,000 Sagar years. Once the 2,000 Sagar year time is gone, then I go back to Nigod, which I'll remain there for time infinite. This 2,000 years Sagar time that we talked about, if we understand that one, you know what it is actually? Compared to the ocean water, there's a whole ocean full of water, and you take one small droplet of water out of it. So that small droplet of water will be equivalent to 2,000 Sagar years. And remaining ocean of water will be that much amount of time I will stay in Nigod. So if I don't do my job right, and especially in this human life that I'm being given, if I don't act properly, then ultimately I'll finish my 2,000 sagar of life, and I'll ultimately go to Nigod for time infinite. I will stay there forever. Do I want to do that? Question I have to ask to myself. And if I don't want to do that, what do I have to do? I have to do my own activity. I have to do my own work. And when I'm ready for my own work, there are people, there are entities around that they will be helping me as a limit. But I have to be ready myself. So take home message, I have to be ready. When I'm ready, I'm going to do the right activity. I'm going to do less rag and dvesh. I'm going to look right within me. And when I do right within me, my rag dvesh also continuously keeps on decreasing. My capacity to knowledge keeps on increasing. My liking for interior increases. So what? I'm doing business, I'm doing activity and all the thing, but it's because of me that this because of me, the Arvind, that Arvind can do everything. No, that mindness has to get out. That it's not happening because of me. It's simply I'm limit for my child. I'm limit for my spouse. I'm limit for my parents. Keep that one in mind. Keep doing the things, and we have nothing but best days are ahead of us, and we'll make it. Any questions so far? Yes, no?
No.
Okay. All right. So, I send you out so many more slides and, go through those things and we'll be going one at a time. And, the slides are kind of only stepping stone and we'll just digress to lots of other things and everything. So don't worry about it. No? Okay. And if the question occurs, if you can write down, or next time before we start, you can just throw the question and we'll start the question answer that way, Okay.
Uncle, can we start with this slide next time?
Yeah, we'll start with this one. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No problem.
So, Kirit bhai, next week you are in Toronto for Pratishtha. Will you have time?
You are right. Thank you. Thank you for him. Actually, I'm also right now. I told everybody that I have to have this hour. I can't do anything. So I was working since morning, but then I said this hour is especially for these people. So I can't do it. So yeah. So next week, if you'd pardon me, that I will be tied up with the Pratishtha and lots of functions, and I had to help them out on the stage and all the things. So, next week I won't be able to make it. We'll make it week after, okay?
So everybody in 2 weeks.
Yes, okay? Thanks a lot, Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra. Thank you.
Sarva Mangala Mangalyam Sarva Kalyana Karakam Pradhanam Sarva Dharmanam Jainam Jaitu Sasanam Javani Ke Gyan Se Sujero Kalo Sovani Mastaka Namo Sada Deta Hudo. Nauba Namo Karamantra. Jai Jinendra, everybody.
Jai Jinendra.
Thanks, good to see you.
One on the